have a problem. Why does this happen to me? How am I even gonna, how does this, why does this? God damn it. Anyway, it's been a minute since I've made a video. I started knitting socks. Let me show you. I just realized that there's lawnmowers pretty much surrounding our entire house right now. It's nice outside. It's springtime. Everyone's getting their lawn fixed up. Anyway, here's my sock. I started to learn how to knit socks. Never knit anything before. And crochet socks are just, they're not it. They're not it. They're not comfortable. They look weird. And I was like, if I'm gonna learn how to make socks, we're gonna do it the right way. Didn't plan on doing that, but here we are. It's been a process, a journey, if you will. Started out with these, right? These are fine, cool. Double pointed needles, 5 of them. You can totally make socks with those. Could not do this to save my life. Then, viewers of mine ordered me, when I was streaming, this. Well, I ordered this, ended up getting this, and I was like, oh, cool, like I can do this with this size, too small. Started learning on magic loop, and then I was like, I hate this, don't like magic loop, and then I ended up getting tiny little circulars. Loved these. Only problem, wrong size. Did not have the right gauge with this size needle. This was a 1.5. It's close. If I want a really tight sock, these are fine. Like this one is fine. This is a 0, by the way, too tiny. And then I was like, 1.5 is really small, I'll get a 3. A 3 is too big. This is gonna be fine if I do color work, apparently. And I found out that a size 2 is perfect for me for socks. And this is a 3. So honestly, I bought this thinking I wasn't gonna use it, but I think I might be able to use it eventually, so that's good. And then I got to the end of my sock on the 9-inch circulars, and the crazy sock lady was like, okay, it's time to switch to magic loop. And I was like, frick me, I don't have the right size for magic loop. So then I ordered this. So now I can do socks on magic loop. I can do socks on 9-inch circulars, and I can do socks on double pointed needles. I learned it all by accident. So, man, it was a process, but I finally got a sock. And you know what I did before I even finished this sock? I bought too much sock yarn. Someone save me. Like, how, this is beautiful, by the way. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. Why am I chaos learning anything? Pure chaos. But if you're wondering what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the day, this. Does anyone have any tips on untangling yarn? Because I need them, let me know. This sock journey has been pretty interesting though. But I'm glad that I finally have a finished product and I have to do the same thing all over again, which I am actively doing. Actually, I just started it. I really like sock knitting. I didn't think that I would love it, but like I wanted to love it. You know that feeling where like you really want to love doing something and then you're like, I'm probably gonna hate that once I start trying to do it. I thought that was gonna be socks for me, but I actually really like it. I really like it. The 9-inch circulars are just mwah for me, perfect. I love that I can just keep going and I don't have to worry about it. I do the heel flap and everything on the 9-inch circulars. A lot of people say it's really hard, but like I have tiny little baby hands. And so I like the 9-inch circulars. I find that magic loop feels a little weird for me. And DPNs, I just feel like it's too much. I also don't like that the needles are pointed towards my eyeballs sometimes because I'll forget to like push it down so it's not so long towards me, and then I'm knitting and then I realize that there's like a needle like this close to my eyeball, and I was like, if I sneeze, this is gonna go in my eye. So DPNs are not my favorite, but the 9-inch circulars are the literal sweet spot between like Magic Loop and DPN, I guess, for me. I don't know. I really like it though. So I ended up going with a 1.5 because the tutorial recommended a 1. And I was like, I'll just get a 1.5 and be rebellious and spontaneous and hope that it works instead of getting a 1. And I'm so glad I did, because I think if I use the really light fingering yarn, I think the 1.5 will be perfect. I'm currently using Patton's Croy, like the sock yarn, and it's a little thicker than the sock yarn that I bought. And also I bought a light fingering and it's like way thicker than that. So I think the 1.5 is gonna be perfect for the light fingering since I knit so tightly. Because I think a 2 will be too big for that. But anyway, I'm using a 2. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. But I think I'm getting like 8.5, 9 stitches per inch, which apparently is where you kind of want to be. But this is my first sock, and I think the mistakes and figuring everything out will only make me a better sock knitter. So I'm not really that mad about the mistakes. Also, this is self-patterning or self-striping. So I didn't do this. Also, these are my stitch markers, so I know what to do for the other one. I'm excited to have the other one done. Let me show you what it looks like on my foot. I didn't block it or anything really. I just put it on the sock blocker. It looks pretty cool. I like it. I think it's slightly too short for my foot. I think next time I will knit it a little bit longer. But I was also making a shorty sock, so like they're not really meant to be super long, you know? This is my sock, check it out! Look at it, I made this. So I think I would make it a little bit, I would either change the ribbing on the ankle or I would make it a little longer, but I don't know. But it looks great, look at it. It looks so good. It's a good thing I'm flexible. It even has like a little square on the toe. That's unintentional, but it looks cool. I like it. Anyway, that's my sock. It looks great. I'm very proud of it. When I wash it, will it be the same size? I don't know. Did I block anything? Or like block a swatch to figure out if it would shrink or stretch out? No. Should you do that with socks? I think you're supposed to, but I don't do that. Do I do that with anything? No. Anything that I crochet? No, we're winging it. We're winging everything. I don't plan anything. Well, I was gonna record, but my boyfriend decided to play the drums. I mean, you can't hear the drums in the time lapse, right? Nice whistle. Oh, it's a fuzzy. Slip, knit, slip, knit. Knitting a sock, and he's drumming. No! That double bass, though. We have an E-kit, so the drums aren't so bad. If we had actual drums, I think our neighbors would probably kill us. But the E-kit is pretty quiet. All right. So I'm just working the heel flap right now. I've been doing just the traditional heel flap and gusset because I feel like that's pretty beginner friendly. I'm afraid to cut into anything. I know there's people that are doing like the afterthought heel and everything, and I was like, that's too scary for me. I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna cut anything. Cutting things is where I go wrong. In case you haven't noticed, I chopped my hair off. I got probably the worst haircut I've ever had in my entire life. Let me go close this door. I think you'll still be able to hear it, but that's the life of living with a streamer who drums between games. Got my haircut, probably was the worst haircut I've ever had. And I'm just trying to deal with it at this point. So cutting things, really, I go wrong with cutting things. I think I could have given myself a better haircut, but it's just hair. It will grow out. I hate the way it looks straight. I try to wear it straight in hopes that I'll be like, one day it'll grow out long enough and I'll love the way it looks, but right now I hate it, so it is what it is. I got a bad haircut and I'm dealing with it. Oh, I was so upset. I ended up getting like a chunk missing from my hair over here. It was fine here, and then I had a chunk missing here, and I didn't realize until the next day because I went to bed. I washed my hair, went to bed, woke up, and then I realized that there was a chunk missing, and I was like, oh, it's just because I am not styling it the same. Because she had curled it. No. I was trying to gaslight myself into thinking that it was fine. And then I cried for like 3 days straight, and it was a disaster. I ended up getting a haircut literally the next day after I got the other one because I was like, I can't. I was like, I hate it. I was like, please fix it. So now I have like these really short pieces, and it's like very layery and textured in the front, and it looks fine when it's curled, but oh, I hate it when it's straight. I do, I really do. It's just not my style. Now I am so tempted. I found a salon that I like would love to go to, but it's so expensive. And I'm talking like $135 expensive, like for a haircut. Normally like I pay $60 for a haircut, and that's fine. But this is $130, but they specialize in shorter hairstyles, and it's just my vibe. Like the salon just looks great. They have like a little bit of an edgier vibe to them. Like all of their, where are my elder emos? All of my elder emos will understand their reels and their like posts and everything all have just like old school, like Taking Back Sunday, Armor for Sleep, Finch, like all of the good music that we listened to in middle school and high school. And so I was just like, damn, is this a sign? Like, is this where I'm supposed to get my hair cut? So the next time I get my hair cut, which might be soon, I might go even shorter, is gonna be there, regardless of how expensive it is or not. I really like the way their salon is set up and their whole attitude and everything towards haircuts and whatnot. So at least I found some place that I can go to for my next one, because I am not going back to the first one. The second salon was okay, but I think this new salon that I found will be my go-to in the future. I think if I just cut everything to the same length, it would be really short. Obviously it looks funny because I have it curled right now. It would look better straight if it was all short that length. I feel like it would make me feel better. I feel like I would look in the mirror and hate it less, but I'll never know until that happens. But I think I'm gonna try to grow these out for a couple more weeks before I do that. My hair tends to grow pretty quick, so it should be fine. I should eat lunch. So last night we had sweet potato. It's basically a twice baked sweet potato where I pull out all the insides, mash it up with some cream cheese and butter and then put it back in, and then I put barbecue chicken on top of it. Delicious. One of my favorite dinners ever. I really should make a recipe for that. Not a recipe because it's not my recipe, but I could make a video for it so I can show you guys what I usually do. I'm chaotic in the kitchen though, so I don't know if that would be a good idea. But I have extra leftover barbecue chicken, so we gotta do something with that. And I think we only have 2 tortillas. These are the good tortillas because the other tortillas taste like ass. I don't know why. Some corn tortillas are really good, others are not. I really like Chi-Chi's. I feel like Chi-Chi's is the best just because, I don't know, the texture and the flavor I really like. Mission tortillas, hit or miss for me. But we also have some shallots, and I'm gonna use the Gouda because the Gouda is very Gouda. Hate me. Oh, I just broke this. It's fine. It was already broken, I just further broke it. I think I'm gonna make like a little quesadilla. Hello, Angel. Hello there. The angel from my nightmare. Hi. You're so cute. The quesadilla pen. Whoa, what are you doing here? Huh? What are you doing here? You smell chicken that you can't have. These need warmed, but these are gonna get warmed anyway. I should probably wash my hands further. I washed them not that long ago, but I've also been touching a billion things, you know? I feel gross without washing them again. Nobody count how long I wash my hands, okay? I didn't happy birthday sing it, but it's fine. We're just gonna get real cheesy up in here. Too bad we don't have more jalapenos. All of this chicken. Actually, is that too much? Me. It needs eaten anyway. Shallots are honestly the superior onion, if we're being honest. I love them. All right, you know what? It's fine. That's good enough. Does anyone else wash their hands like 8,000 times when they're cooking, or is it just me? Montek showed me a video the other day where it was a video of a guy touching something in the kitchen and then immediately going to like rinse and wash his hands. And he showed it to me and he was like, this is you. And I was like, you are not wrong. That is me. Kitchen ick. It icks me out, you know? Like, I don't want to touch raw eggs and raw meat. Like, that's nasty. And then like, I think it's under my fingernails the entire time. Even after I wash my hands. I don't know. Do I have OCD? Probably, yeah. This is a gluten-free meal that I make pretty often. Whatever we had for dinner the previous night. Make it into a quesadilla. Gluten-free eating is not that hard. It's just a pain in the ass, you know? I'll tell you one thing gluten-free eating is. Expensive. Because if you need to get anything that's like deviating from the original, expect to pay like $8 more for it. Bread, 8 slices is like $10. It's insane. Could I make my own bread? Yes, but also that's a pain in my ass and is a lot of work unless we would have a bread maker. But is the bread maker worth the money? But then we have to put it on the counter and then it takes up space. I just avoid eating bread, to be honest. I survive off of tortillas and pizza crust. Like today's pizza day. I had to buy crust for myself. But I like want a pizza, you know? A pizza. Not just a pizza, a pizza. Ready? How many things do you think will fall out of this? At least 3. Oh! Only 1. Damn. Yo, I wouldn't even say that was a full fallout. That was like 1 sliver of chicken. That never happens. You guys are my good luck charm today. That's what my quesadilla looks like. Not everyone eats fancy foods on YouTube, okay? That's my lunch. Leftovers. I just recorded a whole clip and there was no audio. So, ugh. Anyway, I was talking about my sock and babbling about this bad boy. I think I can finish this within the next maybe 2 days. It's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with it. It's gonna match this one pretty well. It's slightly different, but honestly, I don't mind it. It's fun to have a little bit of a slightly different sock. The weather has been so nice for the past couple days, so I've been spending lots of time outside. It's been like warm enough to sit outside, but not too hot to where you're literally melting. I spent most of my day knitting this while I was streaming. I did an outside stream today just because it was so nice. And also, I cooked a fire dinner tonight, if I do say so myself. I ended up making Cajun cod, and I oven baked it. And I also made sour cream and chive mashed potatoes, which, mwah, delicious. Loved them. And then I also made maple ginger glazed carrots. And I made like a little moat in the mashed potatoes and put the carrots in and put the cod. It was good. I kind of regret not taking a video of it because it looked like an absolute masterpiece. Like I ordered it from a restaurant. But I made it. The next time you see me, I might check in and this might be done, potentially. But that would be cool if it was, because then that would mean I completed my first pair of socks. I definitely just hit my butt on the chair. That felt like it's gonna bruise. I recorded this last night and then I looked at the footage and I was like, wow, that looks really bad. I did it in my office and it was just too dark. It looked kind of sad and not great, and you couldn't see the socks. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it outside today. So I finished my socks. Here they are. I think they look fantastic. That's one side. That's the other side. They look the same, almost. The heel is just like very slightly different, but overall, I'm pretty proud of them. I think one of the toes is slightly tighter than the other one, just because one of them I did on Magic Loop and the other one I did on DPNs. However, I think they turned out pretty darn great. Look at them. Holy hell, I made a pair of socks. Can you believe that? I'm not sure how long these took. I can probably tell you actually. Okay, so I ordered the 9-inch circulars on April 4th, and I think I finished my socks or May 4th or May 5th. So it took me like a month to make these, but also I was doing a bunch of other stuff, had some couple mishaps with them, but overall they took me a month, and I feel like that's decent for someone who's never knit socks before and for someone who has multiple projects going on at once. So I'm pretty proud of that. A pair of socks a month is like, that sounds good to me. So these are in the yarn Patons Croix tourmaline stripes. It is self-striping, so all of these little things were done automatically. I didn't do that. As a beginner, I was like, I ain't fucking with that. Like, give me something that will make a nice sock on its own. These were half of the Crazy Sock Lady's vanilla sock and like a part of Summer Lee Knits, her new book. I rented it from the library, read it, didn't do a pattern, like a full pattern from it, obviously, but I read through it a little bit and kind of like took some tips and tricks from it and ended up with something that was like a baby of those two lovely individuals, but this is what it is. I did a shorty sock. This was, I think it was 3 rounds of knit 2, purl 2, cuff. And then I believe I did 3 rounds of the leg, and then I went into my heel flap. So I kind of wish I made it like 1 or 2 rows longer. I think it's a little bit too short. Either that or I should have made it like a row or 2 longer this way. So either way, I think it needs to be like slightly longer, but also these have not been like fully blocked yet. They're just on the They're just on the blockers. They haven't actually been blocked. I did decide to do knit 1x1 ribbing here. I don't know if this is really what I was supposed to do, but I wanted like, you know how athletic socks have like the tight thing like right around here where it like compresses. Oh, that's a pine needle. Where it compresses your foot. I wanted that, but in my knit socks. And so I was like, oh, I'll just do a knit 1x1 ribbing. But I think I should have went down a needle size maybe instead of just doing the knit 1x1. Anyway, it does have a really nice like kind of squishy area there, which I really like. So even if it's not exactly what I was going for, it's still close enough that I was happy with it. Overall, I'm really happy with them. There's definitely some mistakes in here. She's being very cute. Let me see this dog. Whoa. Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. Hi. Oh, yes, crunchies. Why? How do you have dirt on your face? How do you have dirt there? Huh? How'd that happen? Other than messing up on the toes, which I'm not surprised about, by the way, since it's my first pair of socks. I didn't expect them to be like 100% perfect. I think I did the rest correctly. I mean, they look like socks, so I didn't do anything horribly wrong, so that's good. I'm already planning on doing more socks. I already started a new pair, so let me show you those. All right, there we go. We focused, I believe. This is my new casted on sock. So I'm doing a longer sock this time. Look at it, it's so pretty. And this is the yarn that I'm using. Look at it, it's beautiful. I ended up doing only 3 rows. I wanted just like a pop of the darker color at the top. So I did 3 rows of the dark gray. And then I did a regular knit row and I added in this because that's what the crazy sock lady said to do. So I did that, and then I went back into the knit 2 purl 2 ribbing. And I think I'm gonna do that for 20 rounds since I'm doing a longer sock. So I'm gonna go all out with a 20 round cuff, which I've never done before. But so far, it is looking wonderful. I didn't do this on purpose, by the way, but I'm just trying to use up a lot of the yarn that I have because I have a crazy amount of it. The gray was very close to the colors in this yarn, and I was like, I want to try something new. This is perfect. Anyway, that's my new sock. I will probably give you some updates on that as it is created by me and my 2 little hands. I checked out my hexagon cardigan video. Holy shit, thank you for watching that video. I did not think anyone would watch, and I think it has like 10,000. Last time I looked, it had 10,000 views. I don't know how many it has now, but the last time I looked, 10,000. And I was like, what is going on? So I'm trying to make more videos. I kind of regret not recording more of these, because that would have been great. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you for looking at my socks and listening to me babble. I'm pretty sure there's a part of this video where I'm just talking about food, so that's cool. Also, before I go, check out this little bag I've been putting my stuff in. It's actually supposed to be like a pet bag, but it's perfect for toting around my knitting projects. I like it. Okay, that's it. If I think of anything else, this video will never end. So, but anyway, these are my socks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for looking at my new project. I will keep you guys updated with that one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.